Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle, and today I'm going to show you what I do with Marlene's packaging. So all of her new stencils came in this beautiful, almost like a sunsetty, cloudy kind of packaging, and I wanted to use that instead of just throwing them in the bin. So I decided to use the layered butterfly stamp set, and I'm just inking it up with my archival ink, and I'm stamping that first one off onto just normal paper on the side there. I find this just primes the stamp, and then I get a fairly good impression when I go onto the packaging. This packaging is quite shiny, it's not matte, so do be careful when you do this so your stamp doesn't slip around and become messy. So I'm just going to use 2 sheets of her packaging, and I'm just going to go in with these butterfly stamps, and I'm going to fill as much space as I can with these stamps, just making sure I'm using as much of that paper as I possibly can. So here and there's a little bit of a misstamp where I didn't press down quite well, hard enough, but that's okay. I will fix that in the end with an acrylic paint pen or my dark grey, almost black alcohol ink pen. And now for the second sheet, I'm cutting that top bit off. I know that I'm definitely going to use it somewhere or another, and that's just going into my little junk box that I use in my junk journal. I'm sure it will make a good start for something. And you'll see how I'm just trying to fit in as many of these butterflies as possible. And some of them didn't stamp quite clearly, or they were a little bit smudgy, but that's okay. I know that I'm not finished with this. I know that I'll be going in with some alcohol ink pens and acrylic paint markers, and I'm just going to refine the edges and boost up those colors. So in the end, they actually do look quite different to the original packaging, but the packaging, they just gave me kind of an idea of where to put my colors down. I did leave some of them untouched, so I didn't go into all of them with my alcohol ink markers or my paint pens, so some of them are just the packaging. So this bit is a little bit tedious to watch. Maybe you can get your stamps out and stamp along while you watch me. I did also give them a little bit of a dry with my heat gun when I was all finished, because obviously that surface is not porous, and I wanted to make sure that archival ink is nice and clean. Dry. And I'm just taking the excess ink off those stamps and putting that away. On this day I got a couple of alcohol ink pens, so this is my first rodeo with alcohol ink pens other than the black one that I normally use to just outline things. So I thought, well, it's the perfect opportunity to swatch them and to use them and see how they work. So I did 1 or 2 on screen, and then for the rest of them, my husband and I actually went to a little coffee shop, and he was working and I took my coloring in with, and I just finished them up there while we were having coffee and cake. So I quickly fixed up the little bits that were kind of misprint, and I'm going to go in with my ink pens, alcohol ink pens. So where there's yellow on the sheets, I'm going in with yellow, and where there's pink, I'm going in with pink, and I'm blending the colors together just to boost the colors underneath. Even though this step is really just, it's not necessary. the colors on the paper is beautiful already. It really doesn't need that. But like I said, I got these new pens, so they were these butterflies were kind of my swatching butterflies. And I will put up a video shortly of how I use these butterflies. But just boosting up the colors here and there, and making it all look nice. When I'm done with the color, I'm going in with my white paint pen as well, and I'm just doing some details here and there just to bring a little bit of brightness to that butterfly. And I did that on most of them. You'll see on the close-ups in the end that most of them have a little bit of white. I'm struggling a bit to get the tape off to open them, but eventually we get there. I'm also cleaning off my paint pens on the side there, because obviously when the alcohol goes onto the archival ink, it activates the archival ink, and the nibs got a little bit mucky, but that's okay. They were easy enough to clean off. And then I'm just going to cut one or two on screen for you, and I just wanted to show you here at the end that I cut the little antennas off as well, because in the stamp set Marlene has the antennas, so you don't have to faff around with trying to cut those fine details. You can just stamp those back in at the end. And that was it for this little project. I look forward to using them and sharing that page with you soon. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.